If your Jeep Patriot is clicking when turning or shaking under accelerations, chances are your CV axle is on its way out. In this video, I will show you exactly how to replace the CV axle on a Jeep Patriot, what to watch out for, and the one mistake that causes leaks and repeat failures. This is a job that you can do at home if you do it the right way. If your Jeep Patriot has that button covered, go ahead and remove it. This is the time to do that. My car does not have that, so that's the reason why I am not showing how to remove it, but it is really simple. All you have to do is remove some plastic clips and the splash cover is out. But first, make sure that the car is properly lifted and secure. This broken CV axle boot is the reason why I have to replace my CV axle. That's why it's important every time you change your oil or you do some kind of maintenance on your car, go ahead and inspect everything so that way you can fix it instead of having to replace a whole CV axle. Now let's take a closer look at all the bolts that we need to remove. We need to free the knuckle to remove the CV axle, and we also are going to be removing the bracket that holds the brake line and the speed sensor. We don't want to damage any of those. Now I'm gonna remove this nut right here, but first I have to take out the cotter pin. This nut can be stuck, so feel free to use any lubricant like WD-40 if needed.
32mm.
If this kind of step-by-step repairs is helpful, I post more videos like this one on real car, real problems, no shortcuts. Subscribing just makes it easier to find the next one when you need it.
The regular washing.
At this point, you should be able to move the CV axle back and forth. If not, then you have a problem. That means that the CV axle is stuck and you have to use some kind of convincing techniques.
Speed sensor. $30mm. $21mm.
Now, it's really important that you pay attention to this. When removing the strut from the knuckle, you will always lose the nut first. You do not want to rotate the bolts. These bolts are called knurled bolts, also commonly called a serrated bolt. And you don't want to lose them because the teeth that they have are knurling or serrations. They are designed to lock into the knuckles so the bolt doesn't rotate. Rotating the bolt can damage the knurling, which means bolt may spin next time, loss of proper clamping force, alignment issues, especially on a strut to knuckle bolt like these ones that we are dealing with right now. Now that we got the axle out of the knuckle, you want to use a long bar and you're gonna place it right in between the CV axle and the transmission, and you are going to push depending on your position to make it loose. Important, pull from the axle cup that is close to the transmission. Do not pull from the bar or the outer end. You want to pull from the inner part of the axle, the one that is close to the transmission, otherwise you're gonna end up with a mess. Once you remove the CV axle, a little bit of transmission fluid is gonna come out, so be ready to catch that on a clean pan because we want to measure it and replace it with new fluid. And always use transmission fluid from the dealer. Do not go buy some cheap brand transmission fluid because you are risking it. Make sure you got the right CV axle. Compare the old one with the new one. Now you see this retainer on the CV axle. This is what actually holds the CV axle inside the transmission. So once you are reinstalling this new CV axle, you want to tap on it until you feel like a push, like a pull, or like it is clicking inside the transmission. Basically, I have no other way to describe that. And that is really important because if the CV axle is not properly seated inside the transmission, you are gonna have some transmission fluid leaks. So that's another way to check if the CV axle was properly installed. After the installation is done, go ahead and check for leaks. If you don't have any leaks, that means that you did a good job. If this video saves you time and money, consider subscribing. That's what tells me to keep making this. Now that we got the strut connected to the knuckle, let's go ahead and reconnect that bracket that holds the brake line and the speed sensor. And at this point the installation is complete, so make sure you double check everything, make sure the transmission fluid came out, and add some new fluid to the transmission. Go for a test drive and double check everything again. Thank you for watching. If this kind of step-by-step repairs is helpful, I post more videos like this one on real car, real problems, no shortcuts. Subscribing just makes it easier to find the next one when you need it.
Don't forget to add oil.